What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and baby, let's get into the drama of it all. And we have a lot to talk about as it pertains to Real Housewives of Dubai and Orange County. The girls are acting up. So let's get into it. So before we get into OC and Dubai's mess, I just wanted to give an update. So it looks like Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills have both wrapped their filming. So this was posted by TV Deets on Saturday, August the 10th. And it has me wondering when we will get these two seasons or their newest seasons, because the trailer for Real Housewives of New York just premiered today on August the 13th, and it said that it was coming out in October. So I'm wondering, are we going to get these two sooner? Are we going to get Potomac and Beverly Hills a lot sooner than we would normally because of how short New Jersey season was? Because right now we just have Dubai and Orange County. And I know Orange County is probably going to go well into the fall season. And Dubai, I feel like, is going to probably wrap up maybe at the end of August, maybe the beginning of September. But I'm just wondering when we'll get these two. But I just wanted to give that update. So let's talk about Emily. So Emily was on Watch What Happens Live last Thursday, and I think she got asked some pretty interesting questions. So the first clip I want to play for you guys is her being asked about what she thought about John Jansen's lawsuit against Shannon.
The John Jansen lawsuit against Shannon.
I think that the timing of it is very suspect. I think he had an opportunity to ask for the money when they broke up months ago, but I think he meticulously waited to do it while we were filming.
What's your take on...
So I agree with Emily. And by the way, she looked really nice on this Watch What Happens Live. What it's giving from John for me is he is the nerd that got the cheerleader. Like, I feel like he's so comfortable with embarrassing Shannon because he didn't see Shannon as like somebody that was out of his league. I think he feels like Alexis is out of his league. She's an OC Barbie. She's statuesque. She has a beautiful body. Like, I can't mess this up. But what Emily said, in my opinion, is actually true. Like, why did you wait this long? Like, you waited this long so it could be on camera. Like, you want to embarrass Shannon. And it's like, why are you doing this to this lady? And I am not a Badorette, okay? There's times where I really enjoy Shannon, and there's times I can't take her. But I do feel like it is extremely messed up that, like, he is doing all of this to her. Like, if you wanted your $75,000 back, you should have asked for it when y'all broke up, not when it's filming. And then you sent your girlfriend to be your attack dog to, like, further the embarrassment. He's a dickwad, and Alexis is a loser. So the next clip I want to play is a viewer question to Emily about Shannon and John's relationship. I thought it was actually kind of insightful. And it kind of made me look at how the ladies were acting towards Shannon last season. It made me look at it a little bit differently.
Shannon said tonight that John is an effing monster. What's the worst thing she's told you about him in the past?
You know, I've had a lot of conversations with Shannon offline, and I feel like she was not ready to talk about things on camera, but she would share a lot of things with me off camera, and they weren't good, and I felt really badly for her, and I felt like she was dealing with a lot, and I can't really think of anything specific.
And is that why y'all were so kind of hard on her last season?
Yeah. And I think it's because when you're filming a show and the rest of us are laying things on the line, being vulnerable, talking about real things, and you know someone isn't sharing their real life. But now, stepping back, I understand that she couldn't, because I think he was very controlling of what information got put out.
So like I said, this clip made me look at the ladies a little bit differently and look at their behavior differently, as well as it gave more insight to John and Shannon's like relationship. When I say it made me look at the ladies differently, it's because I was on their side last season, but I definitely felt like they were all being harsh. But now knowing, and we knew this last season, but now seeing this season, And everyone's like, girl, kept telling us you were paying for everything. Even Shannon's dad was like, how is he suing you and you paid for everything? Vicky's saying that. And then we know that you were telling the ladies that. It makes more sense why they were so irritated with Shannon, because Shannon was trying to act like her relationship was okay and things were going great. All the while you're telling everyone how crappy of a relationship it is and how he treats you. So I would definitely be frustrated if I'm showcasing the real aspects of my life and I know your tea and you're not telling it, but then you're chastising us for questioning your relationship when you told us that man don't treat you right. That would irritate me. So I got to give them more credit for the way they behaved last year. And then I said it was insightful because now you can tell that Shannon probably wanted to speak out more maybe, but John was like, girl, this is my business. And he does seem controlling, but also Shannon has to take ownership of like how she views relationships, because on the outside looking in, Shannon definitely gives me a woman that is so desperate for love, in the sense of like she wants that fairy tale relationship. We know how bad David did a number on her, how much that relationship broke her, that now I think she is searching and trying to find a love in another person that she should get from herself. But Shannon seems to be the type of person that like finds her like validation through like other people's validation of her, if that makes sense, you know, especially when it comes to relationships. But I do hope she starts emptying the clip on like John. Like, stop protecting that man. If him and Alexis want to be disrespectful and nasty, girl, get nastier, okay? So next, let's talk about Miss Tamara. It looks like a lot of fans are not happy with Miss Tamara, but Tamara is fighting back. So she was having this back and forth with a user by the name of Tay. So the person said this: Tamara literally befriended Lex at BravoCon solely to bully and embarrass Shannon on national TV. Shannon doesn't need Vicky to do her dirty work. It's called sisterhood. Hashtag RHOC. So Tamara responded by saying, I didn't know Lexus was returning to the show when we made up at BravoCon. Plus, she and John hadn't even met yet. Nice try at rewriting history to fit your narrative. So then the person continued by saying, it's the optics you're putting out there, Tam. Everyone agrees Shannon's drinking is a problem. You could have sat down with her to address your concerns about it. Instead, it looks like you're using Lexi as a lapdog to weaponize alcoholism. And then Tamara responded by saying, I did during the off season and was there for her for months. At the end of the day, you will believe what you want to believe. I know the truth. So I feel two ways about this. I agree with the commenter when it came to the point about the optics being like, girl, they are not vying well in your favor. And if you truly cared about Shannon or you're like her, you would have sat down with her. On top of the part where she said, it seems like you're weaponizing alcoholism against her. I don't know about the whole lapdog thing, because if Tamara is telling the truth, being like, girl, I didn't know she was going to be a part of the show, and we became friends at BravoCon well before she got together with John, what do y'all want me to do? Like, that was not my sole intent for becoming friends with this girl. But I also understand Tamara being frustrated with the fact that everyone's telling her, like, you should have sat down with her if you really cared about her. And her being like, I did do that. I did sit down with her. I did talk to her. It wasn't getting any better. What do y'all want me to do? But if I look at the overall picture, Tamara is the asshole in this, because if you truly cared about your friend, even if y'all weren't friends anymore, because I've had friendship breakups and I've seen people I used to be friends with on hard times. Am I running to their comments, throwing shade or like typing mean messages? No. But that is what Tamara is doing. You are kicking Shannon while she's down, and it's not a good look. And you can go on and on and on and on about how you care about her, how she's done you dirty, how she's done you wrong. But there was a different way for you to go about this if you wanted people to like support you and be on your side and actually like see your point of view. So before we move on to Real Housewives of Dubai, girl, let's get into Katie. So Katie from Real Housewives of Orange County is getting sued for $5 million. So this was posted by Jay's reality blog. It says In Touch is reporting newbie Katie has been sued for $5 million over a stolen business idea. So y'all know the article will be linked in the description box below. This from In Touch. So here we go. It says RHOC star Katie Ginella sued for $5 million over stolen business idea. It says Real Housewives of Orange County star newbie Katie Ginella was hit with a bombshell lawsuit demanding she turn over all profits from her golf business, but she denies the claims In Touch can exclusively reveal. According to the court documents obtained by In Touch, a man named Chad RHOC filed a suit on July the 31st against Katie 40, Katie's company T-Shots, and her business partners George and Dolores. It says the suit accuses the defendants of breach of implied contract along with allegations of fraud against Katie's business partners. Chad claims he exclusively developed the concept for a groundbreaking golf-related product in February of 2023. He explained he had created a unique idea of a shot of alcohol contained in a golf ball-shaped shot glass, the golf shot. It goes on to say, the golf shot consists of a clear spherical glass resembling a golf ball, meticulously crafted to reflect the dimple shape of an actual golf ball. The glass is designed to hold approximately 50 milliliters of alcohol, such as tequila and other spirits, providing a novel and sophisticated drinking experience, the suit explains. Chad also said developed a Magnum gift size version that hold 1.75 liters. He said he filed a parent application related to his product. He said with the development of this original concept, he convinced the working title of Golf Shot and T-Shot. In his suit, Chad said he shared the idea with George, who expressed an immediate interest in partnering with Chad to take the idea to market. Chad explained he had conversations with George and Dolores and they agreed to enter into a partnership over the idea. In March of 2023, Chad said he provided the partners with an update, specifically that he secured a domain, social media account, and further employed his designer to create branding. He said they continued to have conversations about the design of the product. Chad said they went over a mock-up of the glass shot in March of 2023. Chad claimed that George and Dolores conspired behind his back to secure the name T-Shot without telling him. In and around June 2023, unbeknownst to Chad, defendants George and Dolores began conspiring with Katie to form a competing company to exploit Chad's idea. Lacking the ability to create a successful business on their own, George, defendants Dolores, and Katie desperately wanted the idea others found exciting. Chad said that Dolores and George, along with Katie, envisioned the amounts of the enormous profits they could reap by leveraging Katie's hopeful fame for her anticipated appearance on the Real Housewives show of Real Housewives of Orange County. They believed that Katie's exposure on the show would provide a powerful platform to promote their purloined product, thereby accelerating their wealth accumulation, the suit reads. Chad said the trio formed the company T-Shot in the state of Wyoming, a calculated move to further their fraudulent scheme while attempting to shield the identities of the true owners involved in the theft. Wyoming business registrations are often selected for the purpose of concealing ownership details from the public, thereby protecting the defendants from scrutiny. He said that in September of 2023, the company T-Shot filed a trademark for the mark T-Shots. Chad said Katie and her business partners then developed a website, a social media account, shamelessly promoting their stolen idea while flagrantly exploiting Chad's original concept. His lawsuit demands $5 million in damages. Chad asks for the injunctions prohibiting Katie and her partners from continuing to sell their product and for all profits in the business earnings to be turned over. Daniel Day Akani Ooh, y'all know me in last names. A lawyer representing Katie, Dolores, and George tell In Touch Katie Ginella, along with Dolores and George Selman, have not been served with any lawsuit by Chad RHOC against them at the time. Miss Jelani and the Salmons were previously contacted by Mr. RHOC's attorney about claims of being in breach of partnership to develop the golf ball shot glass business. They denied having any business ties or arrangement with Mr. RHOC. Mr. RHOC's claims to a unique idea of a golf ball shot is unfounded. Miss Ginella is particularly has had zero dealings with the prior contract that Mr. RHOC will vigorously defend against by frivolously naming in the lawsuit. And that is where it ends. So what do y'all think? I think this is an interesting lawsuit, mainly because of the whole Wyoming information. Like, I never knew, like, in Wyoming, they have like laws to hide like business owners and people securing like trademarks and all of that stuff. That's really interesting to me that you can do that. And if he can prove that that is where they fouled it, so they could not be exposed for taking his idea, that's crazy. That is crazy. But I'm also looking at Chad like, maybe y'all were friends or something like that, but I've always seen people who are entrepreneurs or people who invent things and make little gadgets, especially with the 3D printers. I've seen people always say, trademark your stuff, get things in writing before you present it to others, because people are shysty. And if it is founded out to be true that George and Dolores did steal Chad's idea, and they went about it like, you know, getting their own website, getting their own account, registering the T-shot and all of that stuff, then I do think he is in due to compensation. Now, I don't know about $5 million, but hey, damages, you know, some people always say you aim high so you get the number that you really want. But yeah, if it does turn out that they did steal his idea, I do hope he gets money. Now, when it comes to Katie, I don't know how involved Katie is, because it does seem like these people either are cool with Katie, but they latched onto her once they found out about Real Housewives of Orange County. Because that is true that, like, with her visibility, it would be a lot easier for them to launch this product, because there's already a decent amount of eyes on her as it pertains to her being a part of like the Bravo world in Orange County. But I'm also like, I don't think Chad can fault Katie if Katie in fact did not know that they took his idea. Like, if they just came up to Katie and presented her this idea and she's cool with them and she didn't know about Chad, then I don't know how Katie can be like held liable the same way Dolores and George can be. But I do think it's an interesting lawsuit, and I wonder what the outcome's going to be. So let's move over to Real Housewives of Dubai. So I think I told y'all in my last review that the ladies were gearing up for Real Housewives of Dubai's reunion, and it looks like some things went down. So this was posted on the 9th of August by the Jay's Reality Blog, and it says, post hashtag RHO Dubai Season 2 reunion filming hangouts, Talene, Stanberry, and Ayan, and Brooke and Lesa. Now, word on the curve is that they saying Lesa and Brooks actually cleaned up shop at the reunion. Like, they were eating the girls up. But, you know, that was just a rumor online. It could not be true. But I wanted to play the video. So first up, let's do the one with Stansberry, Talene, and Ayan.
To a toast, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, you are a sister I didn't know I needed in life, and I have. And Caroline, you are the most, like, you impressed me. Thank you. Thank you for having my back. I did not expect that. Tony, I thought you were going to say mother. She's true to her word. You stay true to your word, and that means more than anything in my word. You are there for me. I will never forget this. To you too. Cheers. Tony, I love you with all my heart. Rafi, you are vindicated.
My girl, thank you for having my back.
Behind me. So much. We miss you, Sergio.
And cheers, nice meeting you.
And honestly, this is the dream.
It sounds like Sergio's going to be invited on the next girls' trip.
I mean,
So I'm gonna be honest, when I saw this clip, I rolled my eyes because it just feels so performative. It just feels so performative. And I don't know why it just doesn't feel genuine. And maybe it's because it's coming from Ayan, and I've never felt like she has genuinely been herself when it comes to how she shows up on this show. I think it also was kind of weird when Taline was rubbing her arm. Like, I was like, girl, you don't like her like that. You don't like her like that. Talking about, oh, thanks, babes. But you can hear in the clip that Ayan said that Taline was vindicated. And then I saw a tweet from Taline basically saying that she was vindicated. It was like, not only did I survive it, the truth came out. It always does. Hashtag RHODubai. And then Ayan responds to this comment by saying, yes, you killed it. And the truth always comes out. You made everyone on that stage laugh. So maybe the streets got it wrong, because I was seeing a lot of the blog pages, or maybe, maybe 2 or 3, basically saying that they sources told them that Brooks and Lesa was cleaning the girls up right and left. But you also have Ayan thanking Stanberry, basically telling her like, girl, thank you for showing up for me in a way that I didn't think you could. So I don't know. It doesn't feel genuine. And maybe it's because of the speech. I think I would feel differently if they were just posting a picture together as the 3 of them. But this feels performative. And I don't like it for Ayan, because a lot of people really enjoyed her because they felt like her energy was very real and authentic. But this comes off as a little bit pandery. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about Brooks and Lesa's video. See, like, this video feels more genuine, but in all honesty, Brooks be doing a lot, and sometimes you just can't tell. She's very performative too, but maybe I didn't find this one as pandery or as performative as the previous one, because in the beginning, and I had to turn the sound off because she had like 2 songs on there, and I don't got time to get copywritten, but she's with her sister, her mom, and her aunt, and then you see Lesa pull up, and like the conversation that you do hear is just her being like, hi auntie this, hi this, like getting them to look at the camera, and then it goes into the music. So it just seems like people just casually hanging out that have a real connection, versus Ayan giving the speech. Like, I don't know. I feel like I would see Brooks doing what Ayan did, and that would make more sense to me, because Brooks can be very performative, and she's very extra. And I mean, Ayan's extra, but I feel like a lot of people felt like Ayan's extraness was a lot more authentic than what Brooks gives us. But I don't know. But Brooks is singing another tune about the reunion, because she also took to her Twitter and she said this: the reunion was epic. I chose to ignore people who think The Real Housewives is a casting call for a new film. Her rubbish theatrics and trash acting skills didn't work on the stage. One person in particular looked like her eyes were bleeding. Her new name is Vampire. Hashtag RHODubai. So this is interesting to me, because you got Brooks being like the reunion was epic and she didn't feed into the theatric and the tactics that were dealt on stage. And she's calling out Ayan, because later on, we'll keep talking, I found out that the vampire was Ayan that she was talking about. So it seems like Ayan might be the one that was crying a lot on stage. But then you got Taline saying she was vindicated and the truth came out. I don't know. I really don't know, but I am looking forward to the reunion because I do want to see what went down. So, like I said, Brooks was talking about Ayan when she called someone a bleeding vampire. And she said this yesterday. She quote tweeted herself, but she said, imagine being 10 years shy of being a senior citizen and you still have to lie your way through life to gain people's sympathy. And then she said something in Spanish. And then it got cut off. And then she quote tweeted it. And she said, Stanberry clearly thinks this is about her. It's not. It's about eye-bleeding vampires who does weird rituals and wishes death on their friends. The woman is going out bad. The gimmick is up. Nobody cares about borrowed dresses anymore. Your mask is falling. They see you. Hashtag RHODubai. So clearly we know Ayan's the only one that borrows dresses, you know. So I guess she's basically saying that Ayan's mask is falling and the stories about her life are no longer going to help garner sympathy from the fans. And to a certain extent, Brooke is right, because a lot of people are very turned off by this relationship between or the breakup relationship between Ayan and Lesa. People really do feel like Ayan is pandering, or she's dropping her friendship with Lesa to be friends with Stanberry. And a lot of people don't really see Stanberry as being genuine towards Ayan. People feel like the only reason why she decided to get cool with Ayan is because she couldn't handle the backlash last season, on top of she likes the fact that Ayan is the fan favorite because it protects her in some way. I'm not discounting how they feel, but I do know that since last season, and I said it in my old reviews, I felt like Ayan wanted to be friends with Stanberry. And maybe Stanberry wanted to be friends with her, but yeah, the optics just don't look great, because it does feel like Ayan dropped this very close and tight relationship with Lesa just to be friends with Stanberry. And if they really start being friends because of this voice note situation, because we do know there's more to it, then this is a very stupid reason not to be friends with someone. Especially someone you were calling your sister and you were saying was like family to you. But let's move on. So since all the girls are in the States filming for the reunion, they are also doing press. So it looks like Sara and Akai actually did break up. Now, I'm not going to read the article because I really don't care. But this was posted on August the 9th, and it's from page 6. If I find the link to the article, I'll definitely put it in the description box below if you would like to read it for yourself. But it says, RHODubai star Sara Amadani details breakup with thirsty beau Akai Fontaine hires detective to investigate him. I don't know why she calling him thirsty, but I'm just kind of like, you were given thirsty. Like, you wanted this man to uproot his life and y'all had only been dating for like 3 months. And why did you feel the need to investigate him? Like, okay, Sara. Okay. So Sara has been riling the girls up lately. So she, like I said, she's doing press since she's in the States filming the reunion. And she did an interview with Bryce Sanders, I think over the weekend, that caused her and Lesa to get into it. So let me play that clip for you, and then I'll read the comments that were underneath the video.
Or was she trying to misrepresent what you said in order to maybe spark a little drama?
In the beginning, I was upset at Chanel for sharing it. It was messy. But then when I sat down and went deep into it and listened to what Chanel had to say and watched it all, I realized, hey, I sent Lesa 10 voice notes and they were clear who it was about. So Lesa knew. And if you were confused, call me, ask me. Tell me, Sara, were you talking about Brooks or Talene or who? But I feel like she sent it to Chanel because she wanted Chanel to show it to them. And then we found out recently that Lesa knew Chanel showed the voice note to them. That's why Chanel's reaction was like, why are you crying? Like, why are you acting like a victim? You knew I showed them the voice note. I told you. And it's just crazy. So then you realize, oh my God, like, that's an Oscar performance. Like, Lesa should be in Hollywood acting.
Guys, I just need a minute. I'm so mad at her. I'm so pissed.
So your kind of read on the situation then is that she maybe was orchestrating a moment.
120%. 120%. And I checked with like multiple sources. like people who worked on set with us, they all said she knew about the voice note.
So Lesa was not happy when she saw this video, and she hopped down in the comments and basically let Sara know how she was feeling, and Sara responded. So Lesa said this: really, at Sara Amadani, doing Ayan's dirty work, I see. She literally is on press tour about me. You know, she blindsided me. She mentioned on VN night, she mentioned a VN right before the dinner. And I think she mentioned a meeting, but she said VN. She mentioned a VN right before the dinner, and the producer split us up. I did not give her permission to share it, and I still think you were talking about Brooks, not Talene. So then Sara responded by saying, loving my press tour about you at Lesa Milan. I call it the truth. If I am asked a question, I will answer, sweetie. And I'll be honest, why would I tell you something about Brooks, who was my friend? I don't know you that way. I won't even tell you what I ate for lunch because we don't have a relationship. You left crying because of Talene, and I texted to check on you and tell you how disappointed I was in her back then. Anyways, I guess you don't like the fact that I'm standing up for myself because last season you didn't stop talking about me in your confessionals and interviews, and I barely even know your name. Love and light, baby girl. It's not that deep. So then Lesa responded by saying, Sara, you're not standing up for yourself. You're spreading lies because about me and defaming my character. First, it was Lesa abuses Ayan. Then it's Lesa controls Ayan. Now it's Lesa was lying. You were not there before we got to the table to ever repeat that. I knew and didn't know. You also have never witnessed me or you also have never witnessed me abuse anyone of control them. I think she meant or control them. Speak on your own relationship or your own friendship. And then Sara responded by saying, relax. That would have sent me. Because if I feel like you lying on me and then I rightfully tell you about yourself and you go, girl, relax, that would have sent me. But to Sara's point, Lesa was talking a lot about her in her confessionals last season, and Sara didn't say anything, but I guess Sara says, you know what, not anymore. So then Lesa was on Twitter basically retweeting what people had to say about this interview that Sara was having. So a user basically was like, they want to make Lesa the villain so bad. Hashtag RHODubai. And Lesa quote tweeted saying, literally, it's a gang up. Sara needs to worry about her own friendship. Where is Saba, and why aren't you two friends anymore? Is it abuse? Is it control? Stop lying on my name and stay out of it. Hashtag RHODubai. And what's funny is all of this took place either on Sunday or Monday. And then today, which is Tuesday, Saba released a friendship breakup or an amicable partnering of ways from Sara. So she released this statement. She said, Saba Yussouf announces amicable parting from Sara Amadani, and it says UAE London, August 13th, 2024. Saba Yussouf today announces an amicable decision to part ways both personally and professionally with Sara Amadani. This decision follows careful consideration and reflections on recent developments. It goes on, after thoughts of deliberation, I have chosen to move forward without Sara in both my personal and professional endeavors, said Saba Amadani. Saba Yussouf. My bad, you guys. Our path and values no longer align, and it is in my best interest to both part ways to take a separate journey. There is an appreciation for our journey, and now it is time to take different paths. Saba will continue to embrace the importance of authentic integrity and transparency in all aspects of life and business. I wish Sara all the best in her future endeavors and hope she finds success and fulfillment. Moving forward, Saba remains committed to her role as CEO and advisory board, focusing on her family, charity work, and maintaining her highest standards of professionalism and authenticity. For media inquiries, please contact, and then it has her management. And I said, girl, what? I said, who announces a friendship breakup? I said, I get a business parting ways, but not a friendship breakup. So then Sara responded by posting this video. So let me play this video for you. And she also made a statement on Twitter.
Mistakes a lot of people think and do is they think when they do the inner work and they do the healing and they become spiritual, that they become a beacon of light and that they forgive everything and they make excuses for everyone and that they look at everything from a point of light and they think everyone is as good as them. No, because these are the things you do when you have trauma. It's people pleasing, searching for external validation, and basically being unauthentic to how you feel. Because if you feel like someone is bad, you make excuses to them and you think, I'm healed, I am not thinking bad of anybody, we're all equal. That's not how healing looks like. You know how healing looks like? Healing looks like strict boundaries. Healing looks like my energy is my most expensive frequency, and when my gut feeling feels something, I'm authentic to it. So I say everything I feel. I don't hide anything. I don't make excuses for anything. I see the truth as it is, and I believe people when they show me who they are. That is how healing looks like. Healing and spirituality means you're ruthless, means you give your emotions a voice, means you don't act like nothing happened. You honor your body, mind, and soul. You respect your boundaries. You respect yourself. You don't let anyone step all over you. We've done the work. Therefore, we cause no shit and we take no shit. As simple as that. So with them, remember this. We are peace, love, and light, but we will peace, love, and light your house on fire if you cross our boundaries or step on us.
I said, look at this nice, nasty shade from both of them. So then, like I said, Sara made a statement and she said, a statement about a friendship breakup. What are we in high school? I didn't launch the business publicly with you yet, but sure, it's a CEO thing, I guess. Wishing you all the best in everything you do, beautiful. Don't know why this was necessary. We weren't married, but sure, it's cute. Should I have written you a song? Would have been more romantic. Anyways, back to what's important. How is everyone? I said, oh girl, that she ate Saba with that response. And then you had Brooks and Lesa online laughing at the whole exchange. So Brooks ended up posting the Tanisha clip from Bad Girls Club with her with the pants talking about, I didn't get no sleep because of y'all. Y'all don't get no sleep because of me. And she said, Saba said, oh, y'all thought you was going to sleep tonight. Hashtag RHODubai. And then Lesa responded by saying, Saba definitely struck a nerve. Never seen so many replies to one message before in my life. Basically because, you know, you have Sara doing a video and now she posted on Twitter. So then she posted this. She said, at Talene, at Ginella, at Stanberry. Ladies, where can I find this book? I want to recommend a read to someone. Hashtag RHODubai. And in the graphic, it says how to get a season 3 guide. And it says, for beginners. And then Saba responded by saying, if I wanted a cheap attention, I would be playing your voice notes, babe. Oh, not her having voice notes. Girl, I said these voice notes is what's going to get y'all in trouble. So then you have Sara going on to say this. That was a short break now. Back to reality. Did you like today's episode? Bali was wild. And then Ayan responded to her saying, Sara, it hasn't aired yet in America. She said, Sara, it hasn't aired in America yet. So then Sara responded by saying, babe, my mind isn't in the right place. I was heartbroken by the online breakup. Basically poking fun at Saba. Then Saba was responding to some comments where they said, is this not kind of dramatic considering no one really knows who you are? LOL. Ooh. That's a read. So Saba responded to that person by saying, it's a business statement. It's what CEOs do. Nothing to do with popularity, all to do with professionalism. Either way, Saba, you could have kept it. No one needed to know that you and her are not friends anymore. But I do wonder what happened in their relationship, because the way Saba has been defending Sara when it comes to them questioning her about her relationship with Akan, even downright to like people, like she was sticking up for Sara, even with the whole voice note situation and stuff like that. But I wonder what caused their breakdown. And I wonder if we're going to see it on the show, and maybe that that might explain why Saba was a friend of. I don't know. But I said, not y'all having drama the day of and the day before your episode comes on. Miss. So yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic and definitely hop down in those comments below and share your thoughts with me. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.